to the next dimension.
Hey guys, this is undercoverdudes all the way from down with the third episode of Beginner's Guide to Combat Arms, and today I'm going to be talking about gear, because gear is one of the most important things in combat arms, and without it you're going to be at a very significant disadvantage. Now gear is split into character, head, face, uniform, vest, and backpack. Now, one that isn't really truly a slot, but I'm going to talk about it first, is character. Because character is where you equip your mercenaries, specialists, and assassins, so it's not actually gear truly. These characters will be talked about in a later episode, but by placing their character in here, some of the other slots will become unavailable. For example, if you put a specialist in this slot, it locks out all the other options. And if you put a mercenary in here, it only locks out stuff like uniform and vest because it comes automatically with the mercenary. Now, before I start, there's one thing I would like to talk about, and that is speed is key. In combat arms, you need as much speed and sprint stamina as possible. Armor does not work properly in this game, and such it should not be used. These items are based on making your play as fast as possible, as you need it in the world of combat arms. All-purpose protection does nothing, and headshot protection has a very slight advantage that is practically useless. So this guide is going to be based on making your play as speedy as possible. There are items that are called cosmetics that actually don't do anything besides looking cool, but I wouldn't suggest it just because it uses GP and you really don't need it. You just make your player look cooler or something like that. It doesn't really matter. This guide is based on making your play as best as possible. The first type of gear I'm going to be talking about today is head. Now, for low ranks, keeping in mind that you have a very tight GP budget, there's nothing that would give you a very significant boost to your speed. Now, later on at Commanding Sergeant Major ranks, there's many items that you can use, but for the low ranks, there are generally none, so I'm not going to talk about it in this guide. Now, face goes along the same lines as head, so I'm going to go and just skip onto the third one, uniform. Now, uniform simply changes the color of your vest. It has no statistical advantages, however it can help you in some maps by blending into the environment. For example, on Snow Valley, wearing an Arctic camo would help you blend into the snowish environment. Overall, you shouldn't waste your GP on it. The only one that looks cool in my opinion is Urban Camo, but such you want to save as much GP as you can, so don't buy it. Now, vest is by far the most important piece of gear every combat arms player has access to, in particular the light vest. The light vest has plus 10 speed with minus 10 protection, but as we know, protection does nothing. So the benefits of the light vest are amazing. You can travel so much faster and it will give an instant boost to anybody. Best thing, it only costs 500 GP per day, so it's very good for your wallet. Now, backpack is where you store your extra weapons, and such in the store, there's only one that you can actually buy at a low rank, and that is the advanced backpack, which gives you 2 extra slots instead of 1. However, this comes at a minus 5 speed reduction, which is not worth it. Anyways, you won't have enough GP to buy 3 guns in the first place, so just use the normal backpack. Have your primary, or stick your M16A3 in your backpack, or a sniper if you have enough GP. Overall, just buy the light vest. It's amazing and will help you in so many ways. I still use the light vest to this day, and it's such an amazing install, and it makes you so much better. Evading all the bullets, evading sniper shots, evading pretty much everything. The light vest is fantastic, so make sure you go and buy it. It's one of the main things you should do when you start combat arms. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Beginner's Guide to Combat Arms, and if you did, make sure you give me a like rating, always helps the channel. Now also look out for the new episode of Beginner's Guide to Combat Arms, which will be modes, and if you've been watching it on release, make sure you click the subscribe button to be notified when it does come out, and if you're watching this a bit later on, click the right side of the screen, the thumbnail, to be taken straight to the episode. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes all the way from down under, out.